Hello everybody. Today we are going to see how organization is going to move from premises or physical places to the cloud. So, what decisions they have to take, what organizations have to do, how they are ready to move from traditional way of computing to cloud computing. Those all things we are going to see in this topic called organizational readiness and change movement. Organizational readiness and change movement are crucial components in the transition to cloud computing, because once you are moving from your traditional computing to cloud computing, there are many aspects into which organization has to look, whether the company, if the organization if is moving to cloud, whether the skill set is available or not. Once company moves to cloud, whether they get profit or not, whether the application will work properly or not. There are many aspects which they have looked into. So, few of the aspects what they have to look into, we will go one by one. First thing is assessment of organizational readiness, whether the organization is ready to move. So, how this organization will move to cloud. So, they need to assess or evaluate their current infrastructure and the current processes and cultural readiness. So, whether the infrastructure which is available right now on the premise is sufficient to fulfill their needs and get profits to the organization, or they need to invest in the infrastructure, they have to see that and assess that, and what processes, what are the advantages and processes once you move to cloud are there. They will see whether it is advantageous to stay with traditional computing system or it is better to move to cloud. And cultural readiness, whether the work culture over there, is it the same what they are doing in traditional way, is it good or not, or whether it can be followed or not. All these aspects has to be checked. So, assessment of all these aspects, whether the organization is ready to move, we have to do that. So, understanding the organization's current state helps in planning for the transition effectively. So, once they get the complete assessment and they understand how the organization is, how the things are there, based on that they can decide whether they can transit from this traditional system to cloud computing. First thing is assessment. Next, change management planning is also essential for successful cloud adaptation. So, what they have to do? So, they have to see who all stakeholders are there, what they are thinking of cloud. So, they have to talk to key stakeholders and they communicate the benefits of cloud computing, how it is beneficial to the organization. So, all the stakeholders who are there in the organization, they should understand and they should know that if they are moving from traditional to cloud environment, whether they are going to get benefit and they are going to be profitable. So, they need to talk to them and communicate them, and if they have any concerns, the organizations and heads or people who are working with organizations, if they have any concerns, they need to address this concern and create a complete roadmap for the transition. So, it is not an easy task. Everybody has to be convinced and everybody should understand why organization is moving to cloud. So, these all aspects have to be taken care. That is what is called as change management planning. Next, training and skill development. So, if you are moving to cloud, whether the employees who are working with the organization, are they able to understand the things at the cloud, whether they can work properly or not. So, we need to assess the existing skill set within the workforce, the employees who are working, whether they can work on the cloud or not. If not, the organization has to provide training programs to bridge any gaps. So, the environment will be different. Traditional environment, you have your resources available on the premise, it is physically available, but this is cloud, everything is on internet. So, your employee should be skilled enough to handle the tools which are provided by the cloud environment. So, we need to train them if they are not capable. So, once this is done, this ensures that employees are equipped to leverage cloud technologies effectively. So, once they are trained and they understand things well, so they can effectively work over there and get benefits to the organization. So, cloud adaptation often requires new skills and knowledge. So, if you are working with traditional environment, so once you want to move to cloud, you need to have new skills and technologies whichever are required over there. So, this is the next thing. Cultural shift. So this shift within the organization should be should be done. So it involves embracing new ways of working, such as I said, in traditional environment everybody will be working on their own, but here once you are moving to cloud, there is a lot of collaboration required. Every team has to collaborate, or every employee has to collaborate with one way, in one way or the other way, so that the things are done properly. And agility, so new technologies are used, so it should be agile enough. And innovation, because new technologies you have to learn, so these all things are required. So you need to make the cultural shift, or make the mind or mind setup of the employees, that we are moving from traditional way to the new methodology. So change management strategies should focus on fostering a culture that supports cloud adoption and encourages experimentation and learning. So we need to motivate the employees, and cultural thought should come to their mind, that we are going to work in the cloud environment, so it should be collaborated, and everybody should be ready to learn and innovate and motivate themselves, and agility should be there. So this way this cultural shift is required. Managing resistance to change. Always change is resisted by anybody. So if you are working in an organization and organization wants to adopt some other technologies and some other way of working, everybody will resist. So we need to see this. So resistance to change is natural, and it is essential to address concerns and objections proactively. So you need to convince your employees, so that you move there, you will learn new technologies, company will be benefited. This way proactively you need to clear their concerns. Change management processes should involve listening to employees' feedback. They should take the feedback from the employees, addressing their concerns and demonstrating the benefits of cloud computing through pilot projects or proof of concept. So this is also is required. So as everybody will try to resist, or most of them will try to resist, because they need to work in the new environment. So we need to address these concerns and convince them, so that you can move to cloud. Alignment with business objectives. Organizational readiness should align with broader business objectives. So cloud adoption should not be seen as an isolated IT initiative, but as a strategic enabler for achieving business goals. See, as everybody is moving to cloud, and it is easier and faster to develop any application with the cloud. So that is why everybody are moving to cloud. So it should not be treated as an isolated IT initiative. Everybody should be told in the organization that if you are moving to cloud, it is a beneficial thing. So what all benefits you get? Scalability is done easily, cost optimization is done, and innovation is done. So this way management business objectives should be told to employees. Continuous improvement. So cloud adaptation is not it is an ongoing process, and organizational readiness should be viewed as a journey rather than one time. It is not a one time event, because continuously there are new things to learn, new technologies to apply. So it is a continuous process. It is not just like we are just moving one at one shot you are moving and things are done. So you need to be skilled, you need to be trained to the new technologies. So it is a continuous process. So continuous improvement processes should be established to monitor the effectiveness of cloud solutions, address challenges and optimize processes over time. So once you have moved to cloud, you keep on monitoring the things, how employees are effectively using the tools and solutions which are available there, and if they have any challenges and if they are not understanding anything, we need to address them and try to optimize the processes and try to optimize the profit. Thank you.